All right,
All right.
back, baby.
All right. A lot going on in college football. We're here to cover it.
There
Looking
is,
forward
man.
to this. All right.
We are getting a bit of a following today. I went to a wake. Funerals tomorrow, wake tonight. Bunch of college kids there, and they know about the show.
All right,
And
man. All
they're
right.
talking about it.
All right.
And they want to help us promote it on the TikTok or the Instagram.
All right.
So good to hear. They're very
Right.
complimentary of the show. And they want to know what the hell what's our next move that we need to get out and do promote it a little bit. So very cool to hear that. I told them it's it's an unpaid job and we put enough time in, we're good. But if you guys
Right.
want to help, and they're like,
Right.
maybe we'll help. I'm like, yeah, maybe you can help. So we'll see what happens.
All right, man. Look, sounds good.
All right, man. Zignetti's at it again. He's an animal. He's an
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah.
What can you say?
What was what was the word you used to call Kirby Smart when he did Florida State 63-3? You said Kirby Smart is a savage.
Yes. Savagery. Yes. Zignetti doesn't give a shit.
Right.
I did pick him last week. I don't plan on picking him this week, but I may be the loser for that, right?
Right.
But what a beast. I mean, they just ramp up and they destroy people, man. I
Right.
mean, how about that Roman Hemby? How good did he look in red? Their red,
Yeah.
not
He
our
was the
red.
Maryland guy last year, right? And then
Yeah, three
he went
years.
out to Bloomington.
3 year starter for Maryland.
Yeah.
He's a good player, and
Right.
he's really good with them. So Brian Kelly,
Right.
the karma
Another.
train has finally come around the station
Right.
and picked you up, you son of a bitch. I've hated him
Right.
for years. You
Right.
killed Declan Sullivan. I hate you. I'm
Right.
only wearing the Notre Dame hat because I love Declan Sullivan and Kelly's out. That's the only reason I'm
Right.
wearing it. And of course, we're in Navy because they're still undefeated.
r-
7-0 now. One
Right.
of 6 teams still undefeated. Unbelievable. Talk to me about Brian Kelly, Nick. Did he have to go so early?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think he's a real good coach. I mean, he won at Cincinnati. He won at Notre Dame. I think he was at like one of the schools in Michigan that I'm blanking on right now, but he's been a winner. And if he goes somewhere else, he'll win there. He might go to TV. He'll probably do fine. But I was remembering something. I think it was the second session we had this year where we were talking, and you and the guest raised the point that the SEC is a different animal.
It
You
is.
can coach in a lot of places, in a lot
Yeah.
of towns, but when you get down there, it's just flat out different.
It's
And
religion.
we,
It's
right,
religion.
and
It's
we
different.
all know. I mean, we all have funny stories about Brian Polian going back to John Carroll as the athletic director
Yeah.
after like 1 year at LSU,
1 year, he couldn't handle it. It was too
or
much.
Nick Saban when he first left Michigan State for Baton Rouge in the spring of 2000, saying, "What have I gotten myself into?"
Yeah.
Because it's serious down there. I mean, it's full blast, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. There's no vacation, off season, dial it down, any of that. And
It
it's
brings me
not
back
for
to the old
everybody. And it wasn't for
adage,
Brian
man.
Kelly.
Brings me back to the old adage. It's harder to win with talent than it is without talent. Okay.
Yeah,
That roster is loaded.
right,
Loaded. Dudes from A to Z.
right,
Loaded. And he won there. I mean, he's 34-14, I think was his final
right,
record there.
right,
That's not a slouch record. Maryland would take that all day. Most schools would take that all day long, okay?
right,
But down there, that thing needed to look more like, what is it, 48 games? 40-8.
right. And even that's pushing it.
Yeah, 40-8 would have been, he would have kept his job.
Right,
And a playoff, at least one playoff, appearance.
right.
And possibly one national title because Coach O won one there. I mean, freaking who's that mutt that was there
Les
before Coach
Miles?
O? Les
Les
Miles won a championship there.
yeah.
Les Miles couldn't spell cat if you spot him the C and the T. Come on,
Right.
man. Les
Right.
Miles? Are you kidding me? I mean, at
Right.
least Coach O was one of theirs, so he could
Right.
talk the bootang. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, Nick? He could
Right.
talk the talk, and they loved him down there. But I mean, Les Miles, Jesus Christ. So he was, and then Kelly did the Cajun accent at the basketball game when he got hired.
Right. When he
And
first
right there,
got
I
there.
said, "There's that phony ass Brian Kelly doing
Right.
the Cajun accent at a basketball game, like he's fucking Cajun." I guess there's a Cajun part of Massachusetts, Nick. I don't know. I've never
Right.
been there,
Right.
but you're due. And Texas A&M put a beating on him,
Oh
put a
yeah.
real beating on him.
Right.
And they didn't take the foot off the accelerator. They ran him over, backed up, ran him over again, and hit him one more time for good
Right.
measure.
Right.
And they aren't having that, not in Death
Right.
Valley. You lose an A&M like that, you might keep your job, not at home. So
Right.
he had to go. So what is that? What are we up to now? 12 coaches,
The
Nick?
Dirty Dozen, 12.
12 coaches, and I put six on the hot seat last week, and I said
Right.
four of them will get up, will get fired.
Right.
We got three to go because he was on the
Right.
seat.
Right. So the
But this
takeaway is some people are going to get disappointed. I mean, there's not enough good coaches to go around here.
There's some good jobs available too,
Right.
man. There is some Florida, Arkansas, Penn State, UCLA, Virginia Tech, LSU. Those are all like high leverage jobs,
Right.
good gigs. So
Yeah.
hopefully they found some competent dudes for that. All right, let's talk about Dion. Jesus.
Okay.
Come on, man. You can't get
Yeah.
boat race like that.
Yeah.
53-7 against Utah. You just can't. Even on the road, you can't. I mean,
Right.
is he done? Look, he has his foot out the door or what?
I think it might. I mean, you feel kind of terribly for the guy. I mean, he had some terrible health issues. They had that like porta john thing on like near him on the sideline because I think he had a bladder surgery and he's had like five surgeries on his foot and he's in rough shape. So hopefully he can maybe he'll retire. You know,
Maybe you should
and
take
then
off those sunglasses on the sideline when you're losing 53-7. Huh?
yeah,
Maybe,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
But you think health issues are the reason why they're terrible?
No, maybe I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether he hasn't been able to put a lot of time in. It
Yeah.
seems like in today, let me ask you, it seems like in today's game, no head coach can mail it in. You got to
No,
be in the
no
game
way, man.
24/7.
No,
There's
too
no
much
golf
money.
course, there's no boat trips. It's all football now.
Yeah, there's too much involved now. No,
Right,
there's no mailing it in. And the
right,
talent is diluted enough that if you mail it in against a team, you will get boat raced.
right,
There's no doubt. You'll get waxed.
right.
All right. Move on from Dion to Washington. Beat the shit out of who they play this week?
Illinois. I thought Illinois had a
Illinois.
good chance it was going to do well against them.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong.
I thought that the travel would be a problem, but they're tough in Seattle. Their fans are really into it. It's loud there. It's a tough
Right,
place to play.
right,
Weather's kind of shaky, always a little overcast and rainy and
right,
gross there, and cold.
right,
But they're a better team at home. And Jed Fish, I mean, he's up for that Florida job. He may be the one getting that Florida job, so they're going to have to regroup again. They
right,
lose the board 2 years ago. Now they're going to lose Jed Fish 2 years later.
right,
Jesus, poor Washington. They're like a stepping stone for everybody, I guess.
right.
They must feel like Kentucky or Tennessee or one of those schools that gets stepped over every time. So um, we'll see what happens with Washington. They got an outside chance in the Big Ten. I think they got two losses, right? One in conference, maybe. So they have an outside chance of doing something, but um, they got a
They're
tough.
tough. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they play Oregon to finish off the season. That should
Right,
be a really good game.
right,
All right, the Longhorns, which I have said from week one, I'm not buying them, but
right,
they got one loss, right?
right.
Um, and they got to play Vandy this week in Austin. They're limping in a lot of these games, man. But I think I like them against Vandy this week. I think Vandy's run's got to be over, right? I mean,
Right, but
Jesus.
I mean, I don't know what to make it. Tyson. They're like a team that goes to plays the game and nobody's uniform gets dirty. You know, there's
That's
like
because they're
no
play. That's
there's
because they're
no
playing up
grit.
turf, Nick. That's
There's no like grit or fight or I mean, obviously there is because they won. They beat Mississippi State, but it's like
they beat
when you watch
Oklahoma
them
and
against
Dallas.
Florida, that was one of the picks we had, and it was like a disaster because Florida just like completely outplayed them, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And it looks like
Really,
Manny's hurt, so
he's concussion protocol right now.
right,
He's
right,
concussed. We'll see what happens with them. I don't think Vandy can beat him in Austin, but Maryland won in Austin, so anybody can win in Austin.
right,
Um,
right,
we'll see what happens. I would
right,
love for Vandy to beat them and basically knock them out. Then that would be huge.
right.
Um, you think good South Carolina shut up, or just or Alabama was on fumes after four just gauntlet of
I
games?
think it was. I think you're right. I think it was the latter. I think
Yeah,
Alabama was a little bit on fumes, but South Carolina has talent. I mean,
they
Sellers,
do.
Nicky Harbor. There's
Yeah,
other guys that you know better than I do that
yeah,
can really play.
they do.
But they're just like we say, good South Carolina and bad South Carolina.
And they got to go to Ole Miss this week, and
Right,
that Lane Kiffin is auditioning for jobs right now.
right.
That's all he's doing because
Oh my
he's
God, to
being
be in
offered
Lane
some
Kiffin's shoes.
big freaking dollars right now to either
Right,
LSU or Florida. I mean, big
right,
13, 15 million they're talking. Um, and he's I'm not a fan of Lane Kiffin's at all. I think he's more into social media than he is the coach, but he's obviously a good offensive,
right,
coach. His
right,
team score points.
right. His father
Um,
was a good coach. He is
and LSU and Florida have more resources than Ole Miss.
right,
So we'll leave it at that.
right,
And then we got Minny, who we loved, going into
right,
Iowa City. Let's
right.
go.
Loved it.
Let's go play
Ah,
Iowa tough.
off of the Nebraska game.
Let's play the under. Let's play Minny.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Bam, bam, bam. Whack.
right,
Kirk Ferentz, man, that guy knows how to coach.
right,
He's Mr. 8-4, but he always gets some big W's when needed,
right,
man. His teams
right,
always are tough. Talk about a team with grit.
right.
They are the grit team, man, of the 2000s.
But
His teams always play tough. Always.
always,
No
yeah,
matter who they're playing. Their talent is always marginal compared to the opponents, and they always play tough. So 41-3, what a beatdown that was, man. I mean,
right.
I don't even know. I guess PJ's boat got a hole in it or something. I don't know what the fuck happened. That was terrible. All right, Nikki, give me the updated playoff picture. I think we're things are starting to get a little cleared up, by the way.
Right, and things will be cleared up by postseason playoff games too. So we have in the 12-5 game is the Memphis Tigers off last Saturday's win over South Florida
Yep.
against Georgia in Athens, and then the second game is Vanderbilt versus Georgia Tech, and then that's followed up by Miami going out, Mario Cristobal going out to the West Coast to see play his former team, Oregon.
How fun would that game be?
Yeah,
Wow, that
yeah,
would that would be worth going to, actually. Go ahead.
right, right,
I
right. Yeah,
digress. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. You digress. And then the last opening game is in the 10th spot, BYU against number 7 Old Miss.
Right.
Right.
All right. And who are
And
the
then
top four seeds
And then
here?
the top four is number 4, Alabama, who waits on the winner of Memphis and Georgia. Number 1, Ohio State Buckeyes, who are waiting on Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech. Number 3, the Texas A&M Aggies, and number 2, Indiana, who's we're going to see this weekend at Maryland.
Yeah. All right. We're going to see that show come into town.
Right,
Should be fun. All
right,
right. Impress versus depress. We talked about some of these already. Indiana, obviously. UCLA looked pretty flat.
right,
Ole Miss looked really good against Oklahoma. Lane Kiffin almost got into a fight with an Oklahoma lineman after the game. I don't know if you saw
I
that.
saw that. Yeah, yeah,
That was a little bit of a low rent move by Kiffin, but he got into the player's face. And you told us we couldn't score. Look at the scoreboard. We just beat the shit out of you. I mean, whatever, man. You shouldn't be getting
right,
into it with an opposing player. You're a
right.
coach, for God's sakes. How about Auburn? Good Auburn showed up, Nick.
Good Auburn. Yeah, finally,
Been
you
fading
freeze,
them for
got the
3
W,
years.
baby.
They showed
Right,
up. They were on the ban list. I'm about to remove them off the ban list.
right,
Beat Arkansas. Vandy, beat Missouri in a very solid win, 17-10.
right,
BYU went into Iowa State and thumped them. BYU's legit, man. You've been riding that tail all year,
right,
undefeated. And then, of course, we talked about A&M putting a thumping on LSU, man. Wow,
right,
that was first
right.
win since 1994 in Baton Rouge for
For a long
A&M.
time.
All right, so for the week, I was 9-11. It was a hard week. You were 5-12, man.
Yeah, it was a bloodbath for me.
Yeah, there was a lot of favorites actually cashed last week. And we always look at the lines and the lines look shaky. We usually play the dogs, right? But
Right, right,
that didn't work out for us. So
right,
both had UNC to cover. They lost by one, so they covered. Both
right.
had UCLA, which was obviously not the right move. They got waxed. I had Oklahoma in the over. The over hit, Oklahoma lost. You had the over hit, you hit that. Both loved ODU, thinking they would play Appy State. They won, but barely.
Right,
We both like Arkansas. Petrinos wants a job. They're gonna play tough, and they got beat pretty hard, 33-24.
right.
Both love the Illini on the cover.
We
I'd
love,
take
yeah,
it.
I love the
Yeah.
Illini.
I love the Illini at least lose by three. They got waxed,
Right,
42-25. Both
right,
love Minny to keep it close. Let's go, Minny, getting 8.5 points.
right.
Too
Off the
good to do
thumping of
shit.
Nebraska, and then boom.
41-3, they lost. Game of the week finally is back. Took the under and Vandy double shot that. You took Mizzou, you lost.
Well done, though, baby.
23-7 in the game of the week. It's back. We
Right,
both love the Tide to cover, big time. They won by 7, didn't cover.
right,
Both love the under. Cougars won big, 41-27. I didn't see that many points being scored, 68 points. Over under was 48 points.
right.
The lock hit. Thank you, Nick. Took the under. And the lock hit for so we're above the Mendoza line now,
Yeah,
right?
we're 5-4. Yeah,
All right, good.
yeah,
Um, and I took the Natty also. You took the under for the lock, and I took the Natty, and
yeah,
they won 41-20, right? 41-20,
right,
yes. Wisconsin, we thought let's take the over 21-7. They played
right.
Oregon tough. I mean, they didn't lay down. They still lost, but they didn't get wiped out. Miami at Stanford at Miami, 30.5. Both took the over. We both hit that. Did you watch any of that?
Not really. I
All
watched a
right,
little, very little.
I did. I watched the last 2 minutes.
Right,
Miami's got the ball. 2 minutes left in the game at the Stanford 20-yard line. Three kneel downs, the game's over. Right?
right,
Game's over. No. Miami runs the ball. They get stopped. They pass the ball. Beck is still in the game. They pass the ball down to like the 8-yard line, 9-yard
right,
line. Run the ball two more times. And the game's over.
right,
4th and 2 and the score's 35-7. So keep that in mind what the lines are.
right.
35-7. 4th and 2, 20 seconds left. Game's over. Kneel down, you shake
Go
hands, you
home.
walk off.
Right,
They pound it one more time up the gut for a touchdown to cover and go over. The Miami players, I've never seen them happy. Look, a 3-year-old birthday party when the cake comes out, all right? They were jumping all over each other. I was like, oh, okay, everyone's in on it. Everyone had Miami in the over. On The players are definitely betting. When they're pumping it in on 4th and 2 with 20 seconds left with a 28-point margin of victory, and the spread is 30.5.
Something's
And the,
rotten in Denmark.
and the over's 45.5, right? So they're, even if they kick a field goal, they do the cover, but they don't cover the over.
Right.
They punch it in for a touchdown, which means Cristobal's in on it, the OC's in, everyone's in on it.
Right.
So I don't want to hear about the players don't know what's going on, the coach. Everyone's gambling. Okay, so just get over it, people. That's just the reality.
Right.
That's how that game ended. They're under investigation, by the way, because of it. People are
Right.
pissed. Um, A&M, I took the under there. They got boat raced 49-25. You took LSU. You got boat raced. You
Yeah.
thought maybe the magic of Death Valley. No. Um, I like Michigan State to keep it close. They did. They lost 31-20, covered by 3. You like the under, which did not hit. Um, we both like Houston to play them tough, and they won outright against Arizona State, right? 24-16. Nice win by them. Both like Colorado, 53-7. They lost.
Right.
Getting
It was
50
it,
points, they
it
still
was
lost.
like that at halftime. It was like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a terrible game.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Time to sharpen the pencil.
Right. We're in November now. The season starts now.
The season has been going all year.
Right.
All right, for the year, I'm 98-78, 55.58%. You're 78-74, 51.34%.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
get
not
back
good.
on the plus side of things. We've had 2 negative weeks. We ready?
Right. Right.
All right. Penn State getting 20.5 going to C-Bus. This game looked a little different a month ago, but here we
Right.
are. Penn State coach is gone, quarterback
Right.
is gone,
Right.
and they're going into Columbus, and Columbus is looking for blood.
Right.
What do you
Okay.
say?
This is my thinking. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, Jim Knowles, defensive coordinator at Penn State, last year was the defensive coordinator at Ohio State. He knows their personnel, most of their personnel. I think Penn State had last week off. I think both teams had last week off. I just think that Terry Smith and the staff are going to be able to put something together. They're not going to win the game, but I think they can hang in there. I don't see them getting blown out, so I'm going to take Penn State uh, getting the 20 and a half points, getting the 3 touchdowns.
All right. I am going to go opposite on you.
Okay. All
I
right.
think Ohio State beats the shit out of them. There's blood in the water. These teams hate
Okay.
each other. The coaching staffs hate each other. Jim Knowles left, came back. He's gone.
Right.
He's with Penn State now, right? Or is
Yeah.
he? Yeah, he's
He's
with
with
Penn
Penn
State
State.
now.
Yeah.
Matt Patricia's now at Ohio State. I think they wax him, but I'm also going to double bet this as the under as well because I think
I
Ohio
think yeah,
State's
the unders are
defense
great. Yeah.
they're going to blank Penn State. I think with a
Right.
backup quarterback, forget it. I think
Right.
they win. I think it could be like 31-3, 28-0, something in that realm. So I'm going to take Ohio
It's a
State in
good.
the under.
It's excellent. It's an excellent bet by you.
Yep. Vanderbilt getting 2.5 going into Austin.
Right. Against the
45
law.
points. The over under.
Right.
I I I gotta think Vandy's running out of wishbones, right? Are they like do they have another big W in them? Do they,
Vandy's
Nick?
good. I mean, they're good.
Vandy's good. And
Um,
I'm gonna say they do have another wishbone in them. And I think they win in Austin. I think they win this game and knock Texas out and propel themselves into the playoff hunt. Because I think Arch is not going to play. They're
right.
going to protect his future. If he's concussed, I don't think he
Right.
plays. And if he does
Right.
play, he's going to be foggy, and he's already not that smart. So foggy and not that smart sounds pretty messed up. So I don't think he plays, and I think they win. I'm going to take Vandy here,
I'm gonna go with the under here.
the under. Okay. 45 is the over under.
Right.
Miami going to Dallas to play SMU.
Right.
12-point favorites, 50.5 over under.
Um, I'm gonna go with Southern Methodist here. I think they're a solid team. They beat Clemson pretty well at Death Valley. They
Yep,
lost last week to Wake Forest. I think they can stay within 12 points in Miami.
I do too. I'm going to also take SMU here. I think there's travel involved. There's SMU involved. I think
Right,
Miami wins the game, but I think it's a 7 point, 3 point game. And you can't trust Mario Cristobal. You don't know what the hell that guy's going to do. So
right,
I think SMU pays him tough. I don't think they can beat him, but I think it'll be a tough win for Miami. I think it'll be a tough game. All right, Army getting favored by 1 against Air Force.
right. In the altitude at Colorado Springs.
Yep,
I'm going to go with the Air Force here.
I am not. I'm going to take Army here.
Okay, brother.
I like Army to win this game and propel
All
them to
right.
be. I think they'll be bowl eligible then. Duke getting 3 at Clemson.
Um,
Which Clemson shows up? Good
yeah,
Clemson or
which
bad
Clemson
Clemson?
shows up? Which I mean, they were I think off last week. I tried to get last night. I tried to get Kate Kate Klubnik's. I'm mispronouncing his first name. The quarterback Klubnik. Try to get his status. I think he's going to play. A lot of people have liked Duke during this year, but I'm going to go with the Tigers here.
So am I. So am I at
Right,
home. I think Duke has beaten up on the sorry teams this year, but when
right,
they face competition, they've lost every one of those
right,
games. And here we go again. They're playing at Clemson. They're going to lose.
right,
Clemson might have some winning streak against them too. That's like 50 years old or some shit. I'll have to check that, but I don't
right.
think Clemson's lost his Duke that often in football.
No, no, no.
Navy getting 7 at North Texas. 66 points is the over-under. Woo! I'm going to take Navy here, Nick. I like Navy
No.
here. I like them to cover and stay undefeated.
I'm going
What
to
do you
go with
say?
the under. That number 66 is high.
You're going to go with the under, okay?
Yeah.
Arizona State getting 7.5 at Iowa State.
What do you
Iowa
think
State.
about this?
I love Arizona State here to bounce back and play tough against Iowa State's. I think Matt Campbell's doing the Matt Campbell thing where they win heavy in October and September, and
Right,
then come November, December, they end up fading. I
right.
think they're on their fade. They're Matt Campbell fade right now. So I'm going to take Arizona State in the 7.5. I like all those points too.
Okay, I'm going to join you with the Sun Devils.
Okay. East Carolina, 4.5 point favorites at Temple in Philly. Temple looking to go bowl eligible for the first time in God knows how long. They have found a coach. They got this guy as a Division II coach or some
Oh,
shit.
yeah, the guy from Delaware, right?
No, no, I don't think he's from
Oh,
Delaware.
oh, okay.
I mean, look him up, but I don't know where he's from. I don't think he's from Delaware. He's a good coach,
Right,
and he is winning at Temple, which hasn't been done since Matt Rule was there.
right,
Um, I'm happy for the program. 4.5 point dogs at home. 58.5 is the over under. Hopefully they'll get a crowd to show up there, but I'm going to take Temple here to win at home and become bowl eligible against an East Carolina team that's decent, but they're not anything great. What do you say?
Seems like a high number, 58 and a half.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
but
Temple plays defense. They D people up. You like the under here?
yeah, I'm going to go with the under.
Okay. Here we go. Maryland getting 22 points at home on homecoming. Packed stadium. Probably a lot of Indiana fans showing up too.
Right,
We will not be in the game. We'll be drinking in the parking lot.
right.
Um, but what do you think, man? 22.5, 22 points. We'll watch the game on the bus, so I'll have it on. 22
So
points is a lot of points.
I think Maryland having the week off last week is a big help to them. Um,
They're
I
0 and
don't think.
12. They're 0 and 12 in their locks after a bye week. 0 and 12.
I don't think they're going to win this week either, but I think they're going to keep it closer than 3 touchdowns. So I'm going to take Maryland getting the 22.
So am I. So I think they could lose by 3 touchdowns. I think
Right,
they're going to cover
right,
right above the number or
right,
right below the number. I think they cover because of that 3 touchdowns. So If it was 20 and a half, I wouldn't be so, but 22, I like Maryland there at 22. Um, Texas Tech -7 at K-State. Kansas State is starting to play, man. They're like,
Right.
this is the Kansas State team everyone thought was going to compete for the Big 12. Is really starting to play now. They finally have put it together. A little late, but they have put it together. I'm going to take them at home. Getting 7 at home. Texas Tech, I think they might win this game. You know what? I'm going to double bet the under as well in this game. I think this game's going to be low scoring.
Well, Tech, you're right. I mean, if anybody can lock a team down, Texas Tech can.
Yeah,
They've got a lot of horses.
yeah, they're good defensively.
Yeah. Boy, they I remember that last month when they blew out Utah in Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the locks. It didn't work out well. Um, I'm gonna go. I'll take the Kansas State. I'm blanking on their name.
Wildcats.
Wildcats. Yeah. Thanks.
Wildcat.
Wildcats.
Wildcat. All right, Notre Dame heading into Boston College, laying 28 and a half. This game is always tough.
Right.
BC always gets up for ND, whether it's in Notre Dame or in Boston. It doesn't matter. I'm going to take Boston College for that reason. With 4 touchdowns in the hook, I'm definitely taking
Right.
Boston College. 58 and a half is the over-under. Notre Dame's playing really good, though.
Right. I agree with you. I mean, Boston College. They're gonna give doing. O'Brien knows what he's doing. They're gonna play the best they can. They'll come within 4 touchdowns of Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Easily.
right. All right, game of the week, Nick. Here we go.
Right.
Here we effing go.
World's
Georgia,
largest cocktail party.
the cocktail party, laying 7 against Florida in Jacks. Got a bunch of friends going down for that game. Supposed to be part of that crew, but with homecoming, I'm not making it.
Good man.
Yeah, I know. I love the road trip. Love a good road trip. There's no doubt. I
Yeah.
love a good road trip. And I was planning on staying at least until halftime and then going out and getting some food and walking around
Right.
the city, you know?
Right.
But I think I'm gonna take Florida here, getting to 7. I think without Napier there, I think the offense is gonna open up a little bit. They had a bye week to get prepared for Georgia. And I think they're going to play Georgia tough. This game is another game that's always close, right? Even last year was close when Florida
Right.
was terrible with like a
Right.
third string quarterback. They still played Georgia tough.
Right.
I just think Florida's going to play them tough, and 7 points, it's a lot.
Right. I think so too. I think, like you said, this is a carbon copy of the Maryland game. Florida's had time off to prepare. It's going to help them, um, and they'll stay within the touchdown of Georgia.
Okay. Michigan State getting 3.5 at Minny. Minny's coming off that beatdown. Michigan State's coming off the beatdown. Who got beat down less?
I just think I'm just going to. I watched Minnesota manhandle Nebraska 2 weeks ago in
At home.
Minneapolis
At
at
home, right?
home. Um, I just think sometimes a bad game is just a bad game, and maybe they just played a bad game last week against Iowa.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Minnesota here, giving the points.
Okay, so am I. I like Minnie here. I also think another factor is they played Michigan State last week, and we've talked about this. They played Michigan last week. Whoever plays Michigan, the following week they're a little banged up because
Right,
Michigan plays a physical brand of ball, man. So I think they come in a little banged up
right.
and lose at Minnie. Virginia favored by 4 going across the country to California. California's been pretty decent this year. Virginia obviously only has 1 loss. I'm leaning toward Cal here. I'm actually
Me
going to
too.
pick Cal.
Me too. Let's
You
go with the
too?
Bears.
Yeah. And I like him even on the money line, maybe. I think they might even win this game outright. I don't know what the money line
Right,
situation is, but I think they might win this game outright. I think Virginia's due for a flat, chunker of a game.
right.
Um, South Carolina, good or bad, getting 12 and a half at Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin's auditioning for jobs. Lane Kiffin is having contract
Right.
negotiations. It might be a distraction. I don't think so. I think he's going to wax the shit out of them. I think they kill South Carolina. And they also like the over here. Double bet this with the over. I think this is going to be some high scoring going on. Lenore Sellers, I think, plays pretty good, but they still lose by a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the over as well.
The over, right? USC 6.5 point favorites going into Lincoln. What do you say, Nick?
I gotta go with the Cornhuskers here.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
I am too. I think they play them tough at home. 6.5 point underdog at home against USC with the traveling. I think SC. Nah, I don't see it, man. I like the Cornhuskers here as well. Oklahoma getting 3 at in Knoxville, man, against Tennessee. 57 and a half over under.
This is a tough game to look at because the Oklahoma quarterback, he's in his hand is hurt. Um,
Mateer, he's trying to play through an injury. I get it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
money line.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee here
Okay.
at home.
And I'm going to take the under here.
Okay.
I think the 57 and a half is a lot. I think Oklahoma's defense is still pretty good. Last game of the night, the Natty getting 10 at Utah. I think this is an overreaction to Utah thumping people at
Right,
home. I think the Natty can thump people too. They're good.
right.
Going into altitude, playing in Salt Lake's a problem. But I am going to take the Natty in the 10. I think the
I'm
10's a
gonna
lot of
take the
points.
Natty as well. After watching them last week against Baylor, they're tough, man.
They are tough.
They're a physical team.
All right, let's talk about the lock, Nick. What went down last week?
Okay, so that was actually the lock last week was the under in the Baylor at Cincinnati. It got a little dicey, a little hairy in the fourth quarter. We sweated a little bit, but it came through in the end um, because Scott Satterfield at Cincinnati did not do what Mario Cristobal did the night before. And
Oh, he sat on it. He sat
yeah,
up. He
he
kneeled
he
down.
was he was kept it. Yeah, they sort of when they were done, they were done,
Oh
and
my
then
God, I didn't
so
see
it
that.
came through, and it was so we're little not little 3 game winning streak.
Yes,
Uh, so we're 5-4 on the year, and let's see if we can make it 6-4 after 10 games, and we're gonna go with Minnesota,
over Michigan State,
right?
right?
Minus
Okay. So the lock of the week is Minny
right
over
minus
Michigan
three and a
State.
half.
-3.5. Okay, got it. Perfect.
All
All right.
right.
So the RIP, no one in sports died, right?
That is correct. Yeah. Well, Nick Mangold died. Poor fellow, young man, 41 years old.
Oh, right. The center for the Jets.
Right, right. The All Pro center, probably the
What did
best center the Jets have ever had.
what did he die of? What happened?
He put out like I guess what you call it an all points bulletin, an appeal for a kidney thing, but even I guess people didn't realize how ill he was, and he within the next I think 10 days to 2 weeks he had passed away on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah,
Football related, I guess, right?
I don't really know. They said it seemed to think it was a he had a chronic kidney disease
Yeah,
and
it's
he needed
probably
a
some
new kidney.
injury, a football injury that
Yeah,
caused it. Wow.
yeah,
That stinks. He was a great center. Wow, he used
yeah,
to knock people around.
yeah. When he was
Um,
at Ohio State, he was terrific.
yeah. So the RIP, one thing without sports, like last week we talked about my neighbor dying.
Right,
The RIP is going to probably hit more personal with us in the future, I think, because we're getting old and people around us are dying. I mean, that's just the
right,
reality of who we are as humans, right? We're
right.
um so a friend of mine's father passed away last week. Really, and I'm in the real estate business. He was also in the real estate business. Name was Buster Muir. Really solid, good guy. I did a few deals with him back in the early 2000s. Just a genuine, nice man. And
Right.
the real estate business doesn't have a lot of good, nice people. It's usually
Right.
pretty nasty and cutthroat. But he's a like I like to say he's a real estate Hall of Famer. Done a lot of deals in Montgomery County where I live. Passed away, left three daughters, a wife. One of his daughters is good friends of ours. So went to he was the wake I went to tonight. So pass along big prayers for that the Muir family. They're good, decent people. So
Right.
really
Very sorry
sad
to hear
day.
this.
Yeah, really a sad day. All right. So that's where we're at, Nick.
Right.
We are done with week 10, right? Here
Right.
we go. Episode 10 is finished.
Right.
Let's have a good day. I will see you Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, bright and early.
Um, let's
The
hope
lot by the basketball arena.
let's hope our picks do well, man.
All
Okay.
right.
I
Okay.
will
Good
talk to
seeing
you
you.
Saturday, man. If anything comes up,
Okay.
let me know.
Okay. You too, brother. See you soon.
Bye bye.